Welcome to the explainer. So let's talk about a headache we all know way too well. You're staring at your monitoring dashboards, watching one node spike straight into the red while another is just sitting there doing absolutely nothing, right? And then you're stuck manually shuffling workloads, praying you don't cause a massive disruption. It's the classic enterprise virtualization nightmare at scale, keeping your resources perfectly balanced without literally pulling your hair out. Well, today, we're breaking down a major release that's built to fix exactly that. We're diving deep into Proxmox Virtual Environment 9.2, which officially dropped on May 21st, 2026. This explainer is all about optimizing enterprise virtualization, so let's just jump right in. Okay, here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll start by officially meeting Proxmox VE 9.2. Then we are going to spend a good chunk of time on the dynamic load balancing, because it's a massive game changer, followed by the next-gen SDN architecture. After that, we'll look at smarter node maintenance, and finally, we'll wrap up with the open-source tech stack powering the whole thing.
So, Part 1. Meet Proxmox VE 9.2.
Now, you have to understand this isn't just some minor iterative patch. Version 9.2 is a major update built specifically to tame the absolute complexity of scaling high-density data centers. It's what we call a massive pain-to-power shift. Think about the old way. Unbalanced clusters, super rigid networking constraints, constant manual oversight, basically a recipe for sysadmin burnout. But the new way? It introduces automated, intelligent resource distribution. With dynamic load balancing and a really smart SDN fabric, the platform is finally actively working for you, rather than just waiting around for your commands. Which brings us to Part 2, and honestly, the star of the show, dynamic load balancing explained. I like to think of Proxmox now as a highly caffeinated, hyper-intelligent air traffic controller for your entire cluster. The brain making all of this magic happen is the Cluster Resource Scheduler, or CRS. Operating in this brand new dynamic mode, it's completely changed the game. It doesn't just look at static allocations or, initial startup requirements anymore. Instead, this system actually incorporates real-time node and guest resource utilization into every single placement decision. It is constantly evaluating the live state of your cluster to make the absolute smartest routing choices for your workloads. Basically, it's the engine driving the automatic migration of your high-availability guests. So what does this actually look like on a random Tuesday afternoon? Well, using all that live data, the integrated load balancer automatically migrates guests managed by your high-availability stack. When one node starts running way too hot, it actively moves VMs over to cooler nodes, instantly reducing that cluster imbalance. But, and this is absolutely crucial for enterprise architects, it strictly respects all of your user-defined HA rules. There's no way it's going to violate your placement constraints just to achieve some mathematical balance. You don't lose an ounce of control. Administrators maintain total command through configurable options that dictate the exact behavior and sensitivity of the load balancer. You tell the system how aggressively it should pursue that perfect balance, and then it goes and does all the heavy lifting. All right, moving to Part 3, Next-Gen SDN Architecture. Now, obviously, if our compute workloads are beautifully balanced, we absolutely need a network layer that can actually keep up. And Proxmox VE 9.2 delivers some massive software-defined networking upgrades for modern architectures. These new fabric protocols essentially act like a smart highway routing system for your data. We've got native WireGuard integration and native BGP integration built right in. Toss in route redistribution for OSPF fabrics, expanded options for EVPN controllers, and that ever-important IPv6 underlay support, and suddenly you have unprecedented, fine-grained control over your data packets. You're ensuring they're routed just as efficiently as your compute resources. Let's zoom in on BGP and EVPN filtering for a second. Version 9.2 brings in support for route maps and prefix lists. And why does this matter so much? Well, in a massive multi-tenant or highly segmented data center, you need exact control over route redistribution, right? Otherwise, you run into cluster communication gridlock. This update gives network architects the precise routing control they need to build secure, scalable network fabrics, completely ditching those messy workarounds we used to rely on.
Okay, Section 4, Smarter Node Maintenance.
So we've optimized the compute and the network. But what about the actual human element of administration? We've got a massive quality of life improvement here that pretty much eliminates the fear of the dreaded maintenance window. Tackling a super common challenge, Proxmox VE 9.2 introduces the ability to easily disarm and arm the HA manager cluster-wide. Step 1, disarm HA to temporarily suspend the stack. Step 2, do your planned cluster maintenance without breaking a sweat. Step 3, arm HA. By disarming and arming, you completely prevent unwanted actions. No more accidental, catastrophic node fencing during what was supposed to be a simple reboot. And best of all, your HA resource states are preserved during these cycles. Once you're done, resources return right to their previous states and node placements automatically. And speaking of precise control, we also get custom CPU model management now. Tucked under the new data center section in the web interface, administrators can create, edit, and remove custom CPU profiles directly. You get instant visibility into supported flags across all your cluster nodes. It just makes it incredibly easy to tailor virtual CPU features to specialized workloads, and it really helps you spot potential cluster-wide compatibility issues during the configuration phase, way before you ever hit a snag in production. Finally, Section 5, Open Source Enterprise Power. To make literally all of these new features possible, the dynamic load balancing, the advanced SDN, the stress-free maintenance, version 9.2 runs on a seriously formidable open source stack. Built on Debian 13.5 Trixie, it uses Linux kernel version 7.0 as the stable default. For virtualization, we're looking at QEMU version 11.0 and LXC version 7.0, and the whole shebang is backed by ZFS version 2.4 for your file system. It's built for modern infrastructure. Oh, and we definitely can't forget about storage. Proxmox is engineered as a complete ecosystem for high-density virtualization, providing a totally seamless management environment for compute, network, and storage. So naturally, version 9.2 includes updated support for the hyper-converged storage layer. Ceph Tentacle 2022 is now available as a stable option right alongside Ceph Squid 19.2. If you really want to wrap your head around the impact of this platform, just think about this number, 2 million. That is the massive global scale of the Proxmox ecosystem right now. It currently powers over 2 million hosts worldwide. It natively unifies KVM virtualization, LXC containers, and software-defined storage on a single platform, effectively eliminating multi-site complexity and proprietary vendor lock-in. Plus, it's backed by a super passionate community of over 225,000 members. But here is perhaps the most surprising fact of all. This level of enterprise-grade stability, completely free of proprietary vendor lock-in, is fully supported starting at just €120 per year per CPU. That's incredibly cost-effective. Proxmox offers comprehensive support plans to guarantee business continuity, making it a rock-solid foundation for modern data centers. So after exploring that intelligent CRS engine and the massive SDN upgrades, I'll leave you with one final question. Is your data center ready to balance itself? The Proxmox VE 9.2 ISO image is open source, and it's available for download right now. Go grab it, run it on bare metal using their installation wizard, or upgrade your older versions and see what true automated efficiency and dynamic load balancing feels like for yourself. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.